I used to think Madame Koi Koi was just a story, a scary tale teachers told students to keep them from wandering around school at night. But one rainy night, I heard the sound, koi, 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 the clicking of high heels echoing through an empty corridor. And from that moment, my life was never the same. But what I saw that night still haunts me to this day. I was 15 years old and attended a strict boarding school hidden deep in the countryside. The school was old, very old. The walls were cracked. The dormitories creaked at night. And every student knew one terrifying legend, the legend of Madame Koi Koi. They said she was once a beautiful teacher. One day, she was involved in a terrible accident. Some students claimed she was murdered. Others said she died after being humiliated by the school. Nobody knew the truth, but everyone agreed on one thing. She never left. And every year, someone claimed to see her. One evening after prep class, our dormitory prefect gathered everyone together. His face looked pale, serious, almost frightened. He looked around before speaking. "Whatever you hear tonight, do not leave your bed." The room fell silent. Someone laughed nervously. Then another student asked, "Is Madame Koi Koi back?" The prefect didn't answer. That silence told us everything. That night I couldn't sleep. Rain tapped softly against the windows. The dormitory was quiet. Too quiet. Then I heard it. "Koi!" A sharp click. My eyes opened. "Koi!" Another click. From outside, in the corridor, my heartbeat accelerated. The sound grew closer. "Koi! Koi! Koi!" Slow, deliberate, as if someone was walking directly toward our room. Then suddenly, the sound stopped, right outside our door. Then came 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. And a woman's voice whispered, "Open the door." Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then suddenly, a younger student climbed out of bed. His name was Tunda. He thought it was a prank. Ignoring everyone's warnings, he walked toward the door. I wanted to stop him, but fear froze me. His hand touched the handle. The room watched in silence, and then he opened it. The corridor was empty. At first. Then I noticed something. At the far end, a figure standing perfectly still. A woman, tall, wearing a blood-red dress. Her long black hair covered her face, and on her feet, bright red high heels. The same heels making the sound. "Koi, koi." She slowly lifted her head and smiled. And then she vanished, right before our eyes. But something far worse happened next. A scream erupted behind us. We spun around, and there she was, inside the dormitory, standing beside Tunda. No footsteps, no warning, just there. Her face was pale, her eyes glowed white, and his smile stretched wider than humanly possible. Tunda froze. The rest of us ran. I ran down the corridor. The clicking followed, closer, faster. "Koi, koi, koi, koi." Every turn I made, she was there, ahead of me, watching, smiling, waiting. I realized something horrifying. She wasn't chasing me. She was playing with me. I reached the chapel, burst through the doors, and collapsed. The clicking stopped. Silence. I looked up. She stood outside the chapel entrance, staring, unable to enter. For several seconds, we simply watched each other. Then she whispered, "Next time," and disappeared into the darkness. The next morning, Tunda was gone. Some said he transferred schools. Others claimed his parents took him away. But nobody ever saw him again. Years have passed since that night. I am an adult now. Yet, sometimes, late at night, when everything is quiet, I still hear it. Koi, koi, koi. And every time I hear those footsteps, I remember her smile. And I wonder, was she really gone? Or is she still searching? for her next victim. Before I end this story, I need to ask you something. If you were alone in your school corridor and suddenly heard the sound of high heels behind you, would you turn around or keep running? Because according to the legend, the people who turn around never forget what they see. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the family for more terrifying African legends and ghost stories. And tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced something you couldn't explain? Also type KOI, KOI, KOI if you made it to the end and dare to hear another scary story tonight. Sweet dreams if you can sleep.